Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, May 3rd. Quite an unsettled weather pattern continues today here in the Mid-Atlantic region. All in all, it looks like this pattern may get a little bit worse later in the work week before it gets better this weekend. The good news is there is some hope for the weekend. It looks like some sunshine should return on Saturday and Sunday, and with that sunshine, temperatures should jump noticeably in the Mid-Atlantic region. But before we get to that point, we have some more shower activity to go through today, tonight, and on Wednesday. And then periods of rain are likely on Thursday and Friday as a slow-moving surface low-pressure area develops just off or near the Mid-Atlantic coastline. There'll be a deep upper-level trough sitting in the eastern part of the U.S., a classic omega-shaped blocking pattern in the upper part of the atmosphere. All that will cause a surface low-pressure area to basically meander around for a couple of days, specifically Thursday and Friday, and we'll stay cool right through the work week, again with some shower activity today, tonight, and tomorrow, and then periods of rain on Thursday and Friday. Well, let's start off with a look at the latest radar loop. The steadiest, heaviest rains have now pushed basically off to the east of the immediate I-95 corridor region. Here's the D.C. metro area right here, Philadelphia up in this region, and New York City here. The steadiest rain now over New Jersey. We had some soaking rain overnight, including some strong thunderstorm activity. Some of those thunderstorms produced quite impressive hail in the D.C. metro region late last evening into the overnight hours. Some thunderstorms moved all the way across southeastern Pennsylvania as well. Again, soaking rain. There can be a few showers over the rest of today. However, some rain-free time is likely as well, although it'll stay cloudy and quite cool for this time of the year with temperatures well below normal for the early part of May. Well, let's take a look at the latest surface map, and really things have not changed much over the last several days. We've had a couple of key players here producing unsettled weather in the Mid-Atlantic region, and those key players are still in place, and hence lots of clouds and showers in the eastern part of the U.S. First of all, strong high pressure has been sitting over southeastern Canada and New England. Clockwise flow around that high pressure area has pushed in cool air into the Mid-Atlantic region out of the east or northeast. Ocean temperatures are still quite chilly this time of the year, in the low 50s, and it's one of the reasons why we've stayed below normal for basically the last several days. Meanwhile, we also have had this frontal boundary zone, a kind of a temperature gradient right along the eastern U.S., and that has acted as a conduit for moisture to come up from the Gulf of Mexico or the middle part of the country. Low pressure areas have formed along that boundary zone, and the instability will continue over the next couple of days. And then this cold frontal system will push some chilly air into the eastern U.S. That will help to intensify the upper level trough along the eastern U.S., and all that may set off a stronger storm along the Mid-Atlantic coast in the Thursday, Friday time frame, producing more in the way of rainfall here on Thursday and Friday. That storm system will slowly pull away, slowly dissipate over the weekend, and it looks like some sunshine should return on Saturday and especially on Sunday, Mother's Day. Well, let's take a look at a few forecast maps from last night's 0Z GFS model run. We'll look at 24-hour increments, starting off with the 500 millibar, the upper air pattern for tonight, tomorrow night, then Thursday night and Friday night. And then we'll look at the same time frame, the surface forecast maps from last night's 0Z GFS model run. First of all, notice this basic flow in the upper part of the atmosphere, kind of resembling the Greek letter omega. That's where the phrase omega-shaped blocking pattern comes from, when the upper level flow kind of resembles the omega, the Greek letter omega, and surface systems are very slow moving in this type of a pattern. Trough starting to form here in the Great Lakes region. Again, this is this evening's forecast map. We'll see this intensify and ultimately result in a deep upper level trough over the eastern U.S. during the latter part of the week. Let's jump ahead now 24 hours. And here we go, the forecast map at 500 millibars for tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening. Upper level low now dropping southeast across the Great Lakes into the U.S., basically intensifying this trough system in the upper part of the atmosphere. Again, your basic omega-shaped flow here in the upper part of the atmosphere. Hence, surface systems will be slow moving. Let's now jump ahead another 24 hours. And here's the upper level forecast map for Thursday evening. Your classic omega-shaped blocking pattern here with deep upper level trough over the west coast, deep upper level trough over the east coast, and strong ridging in between. The flow basically will come across in this kind of a pattern resembling the Greek letter omega right here. And again, surface systems will be very slow moving. At this time, there will be surface low pressure near the mid-Atlantic coastline, and it'll ultimately coalesce into a pretty good storm by the time Thursday night rolls around, and it'll be a slow moving system affecting us on Thursday and Friday. Well, another 24 hours later, Friday evening, still deep upper level low pressure areas situated here right along the mid-Atlantic coastline with that deep trough along the east coast here. Surface low pressure, we'll see that in a moment, right off the mid-Atlantic coastline, ridging in the middle of the country, and another trough along the west coast, your classic omega-shaped blocking pattern. Well, let's now walk through the surface maps. This is the forecast map for this evening, Tuesday evening. Still some shower activity here in the Mid-Atlantic region, kind of a frontal boundary zone right in this region right here, stalled along the east coast. And here's another cool shot coming in. This is kind of a key player here, backed up by strong Canadian high pressure in south central Canada. This colder air drops south and east across the Great Lakes during the middle part of the week and into the eastern U.S. And that all of that will help to intensify the upper level trough and ultimately help to form a surface low pressure area along the mid-Atlantic coastline. Let's now jump ahead another 24 hours. And here we go. By tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening, that cold push is now driving to the south and east. GFS is kind of putting out a couple separate low pressure areas by tomorrow evening, kind of a broad area of low pressure. Ultimately, as that upper level trough intensifies, a coalescence will occur, and there should ultimately be one surface low pressure area by the time Thursday night or Friday rolls around. In fact, let's now jump ahead to the Thursday evening forecast map. And here we go, Thursday evening forecast map. One pretty strong low now situated over the eastern part of North Carolina. Rain up and down the east coast. Certainly in the Mid-Atlantic region, there can be periods of rain on Thursday into Friday. Again, a slow-moving system, so this will continue into Friday, most likely into Friday night as well. In fact, let's jump ahead to the Friday evening forecast map. And here we go, still dogging the Mid-Atlantic region come Friday evening. Low pressure situated right off the Mid-Atlantic coastline. Some decent rainfall hanging back here in from southern New England all the way across the Mid-Atlantic region. Again, this is Friday evening, and given the fact that we have a classic omega-shaped blocking pattern in the upper part of the atmosphere, this low pressure area will spin around for a couple of days. So it looks like periods of rain, cool conditions on Thursday into Friday. Slowly but surely, this system will weaken and pull away this weekend. It looks like some sunshine should return on Saturday, and even more in the way of sunshine is likely on Sunday, Mother's Day. With that return of sunshine over the weekend, temperatures should jump noticeably back to seasonable warmth by the time the latter part of the weekend rolls around. But still an unsettled weather pattern right through the work week, and a slow-moving Mid-Atlantic coastal system Thursday and Friday. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist